The amount of people in my YouTube comments about this 30 and versus 50-year mortgage loan is crazy. Listen, I said what I said. I'm going to double down on what I said. A 50-year mortgage can be beneficial to you, and it all depends on how you are as a person and how dedicated you are to your investment strategies. Look, let me put this thing in here. Let's get straight into it. A 30-year versus 50-year mortgage. The interest on the mortgage company is getting, the interest that the mortgage company is getting is damn near identical. First 10 years, it is almost identical. The mortgage company is not making more money on a 50-year over a 30-year, in the beginning because of how the amortization schedule is. 30-year mortgage with $400,000 being borrowed at 6%, your payment is $23.9820 versus a 50-year mortgage, your payment is $2105.62. So that's like a $3,600 difference. Now pay attention to the interest that we have. So you're paying $23,964 in interest on the first year on the 50-year loan, and on the first year of the 30-year loan, you're paying $23,866. So the interest that you're being paid on both of these loans are about the same. There's basically the same amount of interest paid in the first few years on both loans. So the bank is not making money. The difference is going to be shown on the principal. That's how much money you are paying down off your mortgage. Your balance is being reduced. Look how much is being reduced by on the 50-year loan. Only $1,387. On the 30-year loan, you are paying $49.12 the first year towards your principal, which is a huge difference. As a matter of fact, that's about $3,600 difference, which is also the difference between your mortgage payments, which is $300 difference. There's a $300 difference between the $2105 and the $2398. That's about $300. So if you were to pay that difference to yourself and invest it, that's where the difference is going to make for you. If you were invest that same $300 difference, instead of the equity being paid down on your principal, it would be paid to you, which is far better because you can do what you want with that money. The money that's built inside the house, inside your equity, you can't do anything with that except for die with it or borrow against it. Now, on the other hand, when you take that money and invest it, that's where all the magic is going to happen. Because look how much money you're going to have after just 10 years. I already showed you the difference. So if you were to invest that money and got some just the regular S&P 500 returns, you're going to have more money. You're going to have more money than you would without doing it. And if you would go to full 30 years, look what happens after 30 years and have to show the difference that you will have. So after 30 years, you will have enough money to pay that mortgage off. You don't have to go to 50. You can just go to 30 years. You will have enough money to pay the money, pay that mortgage off, and you will still have a lot of money. Whereas if you just pay the loan off, all you have is pay for house. and you will have the equity that the house has gained. But guess what? You also will have that equity on the 50-year mortgage also, but you don't pay it off. So you still are going to be. So it's not exactly what everybody's saying. When you look at the numbers don't lie. It is what it is. You can come up with all kind of excuses to try to get past it, but the numbers are just not lying here. And this is what the rich people like Warren Buffett do. They already know what's going on. This is what insurance company do to you with those annuities, where they go in and they offer you $40,000 a year if you for the rest of your life if you put your $1 million in there with them. All they are doing is doing with the money that you should be doing, which is investing it. You should have invested. If you all they're doing is taking that money, investing it like you should, and just giving you a little bitty piece of it, which is crazy. So we're gonna have to have some financial literacy here. We're gonna have to start seeing this stuff, and people stop falling for the wealth being hidden from them. The cost of all this stuff is being hidden from you because you don't understand the numbers. It is not about what you think. What you believe don't make it true. Just because you believe something don't make it true. And the numbers don't lie. So how about we quit trying to come on here and argue against these numbers and then just sit back and realize that, hey, wait a minute, maybe I can do something different. Maybe I can get more wealth by doing it different other than what people are telling you. Putting that money into your house and the equity into your house, it's just not going to, it's a wealth killer. It's not going to bode well for you. You, of course, you would get the equity and that's fine, but you can't do nothing with it. But you're going to actually gain wealth by having the money invested in the market. It is what it is. There's just no way around it. So yeah, the 30-year mortgage versus the 50-year. No, if you're gonna just go and look at it numbers for numbers and go 50 years and pay it off in 30 years, of course, 30 years is better because you're paying far less interest. But what would be better is if you can pay less mortgage and pay more to investing in the long run, you're gonna fare better. And when I say long run, we talking about 10 years, you're already in. You already got way more money. Whereas the person who bought the 30-year mortgage or got the 30-year mortgage after 10 years, all they have is some money, equity in the house. Whereas you're gonna have equity in your bank, liquid. You're going to have access to it. You're going to have more, and you're going to have a little equity into the house also, and the equity that the house has gained in value over the years.